Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. This is a non-pom-pom pom-pom blanket. Yes, that's what these are called, non-pom-pom pom-pom blankets. I'm going to show you how to do it like this. Now this is a beautiful little blanket. You can make this into a larger baby pram size. This is a doll's pram size. But the one thing I'm going to stress with this is you tie your first sets of crosses twice all around the blanket, especially these small ones. And 100% I am going to recommend that you tie both sets all the way around twice. You can tie the center once if you want, but please, on this size and the pram larger sizes, if you make a larger one, please double tie all these first two sections all the way around your blanket. You do not want to be able to pull these strands out. Now this is pulling this one really hard. It is moving a little bit, but it's going to take a lot of strength. You can see how hard I'm pulling that to get that out of there. Now you don't want that to happen, so please remember that when you're making your blankets, these are for decoration only. Decoration only. And if you're making them for a doll's pram, for a child to play with, make sure you tie it securely. Tie at least your first two edges. So let's get on with this and I'll show you how I made it. An on pom-pom blanket with a different pattern. Now you're going to need your 4 strands, so we're going to be using 4 100-gram balls of wool, and we're actually going to go around the frame 10 times in all with each colour. So I'm going to tie this one onto this bottom corner down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 3 nails up, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go along. Then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and go back, count 1, 2, 3 and go up, 1, 2, 3 and along. When you get to the top here, count 3 again and come down, count 3 along and go up and come down and go up and go around the corner and back to here, and we're going to work our way back up, filling in the areas that don't have any wool on the black, and around and down and back to my beginning. Now I'm going to wrap it here. Now that's me done one round of the black. On this side, this corner down here, I'm going to put my 4 strands of white. Again, it's 4 100-gram balls of wool. And I'm going to start my first round of the white here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go around the nails that the black has missed. So my first round is going to be this first nail. Then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and that'll take me to the other nail the black missed. And then count 3 and go along, count 3. When you go around this corner, We're only going to count one nail and come down because there's black already on that one. So I'm going to come down to this one, count 3 and go up, count 3 and come down. So what this pattern is going to do, it's going to make the florets, the little floral parts on this blanket will be black and white. A mix of black and white for this blanket. Now you can do 5 rounds each and make it a base and then put pom-poms on the top of it. So I've got back to here and I'm just going to wind that around. So that's me got one of my white and one of my black. So I'm going to unravel my black on this side again. And again I'm going to follow my black. And I'm going to do this for 10 rounds. So it would normally be 5 rounds for a base and 5 rounds for your pom-pom top. But because we're not doing pom-poms, we need to do 10 rounds. So that brings me back down to my bottom corner for my black. Push your wool down. So once this is finished, what you're going to get is, you're going to get a black and white flower here, then you're going to get a black one, then you're going to get a black and white one, a black one. Down here you're going to get a white one, a black and white one, a white one, a black and white one, and a white one. So it's going to have a nice little mix of black and white little flowers. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to alternate each round, one black, one white, until I've got 10 rounds of each. And then we'll tie the blanket. Now this blanket is very quick, very easy to get this little pattern on it. And it's just an extra little twist on your blankets, an extra different type of weave to do. So I'll get that done and I'll get back to you. Now in this small blanket, I am going to tie along here in the black. I'm going to tie this line in white, this one in black, this one in white. I'm going to shuttle tie it. I'm going to do each line on its own. I'm going to securely tie it here, but I'm going to tie all the ends in double to hold it. I don't want any of those long threads being able to be pulled out. I've got my frame the right way round this time because it's a non-pom-pom blanket. You don't have to tie it from the back. You can tie a non-pom-pom blanket from the front. So I've tied it on and I've got my little end. I'm just going to leave that hanging over the edge. That'll get cut with the fringe. It'll become part of the fringe. So I've got my shuttle. I know it's a little difficult to see it because it's black and white. Now you make a loop with your wool. This is the area we're going to tie. So we're going to go down the top left and we're going to come up the bottom right. You're going to go through your loop. Now you can have your loop like this or you can twist it. So go through your loop and pull that wool tight. Now go down your top right side and come up your bottom left side and go through your loop again and pull it tight. Now for this blanket, like I said, I'm going to do it twice. So I'm going to go through that again, down through the top left up through the bottom right, through my loop. Make sure it doesn't catch on your nails. So just tie it in. And with this type of blanket, it is much better if you try and stick to the same sequence. So I'm going from here to here and then from here to here. So if I do that with all my blanket, then the crosses will all look the same. So I'm going to go down the top left and up the bottom right through my hoop. You can twist the hoop if you want. Sometimes it helps to lock it in. Up through the bottom, through the loop, and tie it. Pull it tight. So I'm going to do the same again because it's along the edge and I don't want my strands of wool to come loose. I don't want them to be able to pull those strands out. Up through the bottom, a little bit fiddly, through the hoop and tie it tight. Go along to your next one, down through the top left, up through the bottom right, through your hoop, pull it tight, down through the top right, up through the bottom left, through your hoop, pull it tight and do the same again. So I'm going to tie it the way down through the top, up through the bottom, make sure it goes through your loop, pull it tight, down the right side, come up the bottom left side, through my loop. Now I'm going to tie it again because I'm tying all along the edge twice because I don't want those strands to be able to pull out. Down through there, up through there, through my loop. Now that's that tied twice. Now what I'm going to do is, I know you can't see it very well because it's black, I'm going to cut my line, open up my two strands of wool, make sure it's unravelled. So I'm going to go down this side and up this side with this one, and this one I'm going to go down this side and up this side just to keep it in its little diagonal from here to here. Then I'm going to tie it twice in a double knot, and then I'm going to put that end along here and that'll get cut in with the fringing. Just pull it through there to hold it, and that'll become part of the fringe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my white and I'm going to tie this one with my white, tie it securely twice here, and because of the type of blanket I'm going to tie this line twice as well. I'm going to make sure I tie all my ends twice. All these, the first and the second one, tie them twice. The first and the second one, tie them twice. And these ones, you make sure you've got these two tied twice, all along the end. So all my ends are all going to be tied twice so that those strands don't come out. So once I've got all my blanket tied, I'll come back to you and I'll show you what it's like. And as you can see, it's not too knotty, even though some of them have been tied in twice. There's no big knots. And this is the other side of it. Don't worry about those little bits, those are just my fringes. and it's all tied off nice on all my sections. Now what we have to do now is we just have to cut it off the frame, and this is just part of where I've tied it. These will become part of the fringes, these edges here. Don't worry about those. Now all we need to do is just cut it between the nails. Cut your wool between the nails, just like we do on all the other blankets. Now because the way it's wound around past this nail, when we cut it you'll get a few little odd pieces of wool. You'll just get some scrap wool. So just cut that down there like that. So see what you mean? This is the parts that have just been around that nail. So just go around the whole blanket, cutting it off between the nails. So I'm going to continue to do that and I'll come back when I'm finished. So here is our finished blanket. As you can see, isn't that pretty? Now what you end up with a white one, a black one, and a black and white one here in the middle. And I think these little non-pom-pom blankets are absolutely beautiful. It is very quick and it is a lot easier than it looks. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Thank you to all those people who took it an extra few minutes to subscribe to my channel. Please give this video the thumbs up, leave a comment. On my Facebook group, Crafty Twins, there is a whole host of different crafters, all different crafts. It's not just pom-pom and blanket making, there's a whole load of different crafters. So please come and join us, you'll all be welcome. All I have to say now is take care, happy crafting, and I'll see you for the next tutorial. Goodbye.